So this is the newest wheel from Cloudwheel. It is called the Explorer 135E. It is a really interesting wheel, and for this video I'm going to split it into two parts. I'm going to split it into the wheel and the technology. The nice thing about these wheels is that they are a good wheel first and they have fun technology second. They've taken their time, and I feel like maybe Cloudwheel is finally sort of gonna hit a home run. They've listened, they've looked, they've watched, and I think they have actually learnt from their previous mistakes. They've learnt where their competitors have succeeded, and they've made this really cool wheel. It is 135 millimeters. It has a 70 mil contact patch, and like you can probably see, it is a very, very flat contact patch. So you are getting a lot of that 70 mils on the ground. It is a synthetic rubber tire. Inside that tire, they have kept with tradition. It is a PU foam core, which makes this tire reasonably hard, but still absorb a lot of vibrations. Here's my favorite part about the Explorer 135Es. It has an aluminum core. So no more plastic, no more cracking plastic, no more DuPont, blah, blah, blah. Aluminum core, CNC milled, super strong. These things are made to last. But of course, like any wheel, it really all comes down to how do they ride, how do they perform. Well, like I said, I've already done a couple of laps around the block on these, and I was extremely surprised at how well these do actually handle. There's no slip, there's no slide, there's very little road noise, but let me show you. That synthetic rubber tire is really whisper quiet. It's doing a nice job of gripping, but not making like a tearing sound like, you know, you get with some larger wheels. Because it has a tread pattern and it's not a slick, it does grip when you're on these, I call them average Joe paths, where there's dirt, there's dust, there's debris, there's rocks, there's sometimes mud. The grip, or the tread pattern, really, really increases your grip, which is nothing but a good thing. Woo. It literally just keeps gripping like a nicely worn-in set of tires on your car. The grip on these is like, it's my main point I want to make in part one, like the tire section, the wheel section. The grip on these are insanely good, and it really does all come down to that synthetic rubber tire. So now that was on smooth stuff. This is on rough stuff, so it's going to be even better in theory. But my question is this going to chew up the tires? Because do you remember the rubber tires from years ago? Literally one good ride and they would be, you know, half used, half gone. Let's see how they can handle this stuff, and let's see if they chew up the tires too much. Alright, so I legitimately like these wheels, especially because they have that aluminum core, the rim I guess you'd call it. It's not going to shatter like the plasticky ones, not going to get problems like the plasticky ones. It's strong, it's stable, the tires are quiet, and they stick like you know what to a blanket. perfect. Ooh, there's sand on here. It's so directional, like you point and stare and it goes there. It's a lot of fun. So on this stuff, it actually feels like a slightly overinflated 6-inch pneumatic. Ooh, bit of bedrock there. On the grass, it feels nice. I don't know where this goes, so we could be going into a big swamp for all I know. Whew. It's still gripping though, which is nice. You know, sometimes you get bigger wheels, even the bigger old Cloud wheels, the Discovery, the 115s. Ooh, big stick. Yeah, it's getting muddy. The 115s would just struggle here. They would just dig in and not be enjoyable. This literally just feels like I said a moment ago, a slightly overinflated pneumatic. This could be the one that finally goes, yes, they've done a good job. But that brings us to the end of part 1 of this video. Hang around because we're going to move on to part 2 right now, which is the tech part of the video. We're going to talk about the lights. I'm going to show you how they look, show you how they operate. And there's one really big feature that I did not know about, I did not read about, it's not mentioned anywhere in the literature. I'm going to show you right now. Let's go to nighttime. All right, so it's not quite nighttime, but I wanted to show you the ins and outs before it got too dark, and then I'll just end the video with some nice footage of the lights actually in operation. So when you order the Explorer 135Es, you can choose just the wheels, or you can choose the wheels and the lights. Now the lights are not necessary, but they do bring a really cool fun factor to them. Like I said at the very beginning, these are really good wheels first and the fun wheels second. So this is what the light pack looks like. It actually is held into the wheel with those 5 super strong magnets. It clicks in and then it turns. I'll give you a demonstration in a minute. So here's the lights. USB-C chargeable, which is nice. It does come with a 4-lead USB-C cable, so you can charge them all at once. It has 2 really simple buttons on there, on and off. So you turn it on and it lights up immediately. It goes to white by default. And then you scroll through the modes. So one click is a fade of whatever color you're on. So you'll notice it's going to fade up and down. And then the second one is the chasing mode. I think this is probably the most popular one. And then that is repeated through all the different colors. So there's your blue, there's your red, fade, chasing, green. Green is very bright. Green's always bright when it comes to neons and LEDs. There's like your warm yellow lime, I guess you'd call it. There's your purple, that's going to be a popular one. Orange. And there's your multicolor, sort of rainbow. This is what you'd probably have on going down the Vegas Strip is my guess. Now, these 4 lights, when you first turn them on, you do have to turn them on individually. So you put them on the wheels, you turn them on and they turn on. Once they've been turned on once, within the space of like half an hour, they actually stay connected to each other. And I didn't know this, it doesn't say it anywhere, but if I turn this on, in theory, it's been a little while, these should all turn on in the same mode. So let's have a look. There you go. So they're now all on in that rainbow mode, which is really clever. And it doesn't matter which one you do, they all operate the same way. Now what's really, really neat is that if you do change the color on one, it changes the color on all of them. I really legitimately like this. I think it's very clever. I'm surprised they haven't mentioned it anywhere because that for me is a big, big selling feature. Another big feature for this is these will pair with the X-Way Ruckus remote. So that's the light pack. I do highly recommend it. I'll show you right now how they go in. Literally go anywhere, you'll feel it click into place and then give it a slight turn. And you'll feel that magnet will pull it into place. I cannot get that out now. Same thing, you just literally just chuck them in. There's no right or wrong place. Just as soon as it fits in, give it a light turn and that's now locked in place.
So, I cannot get that out. But if I want to get it out, I give it a slight, like, I don't know, 5 centimeter turn, and the magnets come loose. So find its place, little turn, locked in place, and now turn it on, and off you go.